Here is how to get a text behind your video. First off, you need to record your video, and then you proceed to type the text you want behind the video.
So you proceed to open up Capcut. Once you open up Capcut, you introduce your video that you've recorded, probably a short clip or something. Don't forget to delete the end of Capcut that has the Capcut logo. And don't forget to increase the volume of your video. Now, first off, I would like us to enter a test. Type the test you want. Once you're done typing the test, I'm just going to take a very short test here just for sampling. Okay. Then you size it, resize it the way you want, and place at the point you want it to be. So you can play around it and see which one fits or the best you want for your video. Once you've gotten the exact size you want, you go ahead and click on the font. You can change the font. Select a font you feel is better for you. As for me, I'm just going to use this font, automatic care or something. So you select one part of the word, okay, you highlight it, then go to, still on styles, go to text, choose the color you want, go to shadow if you want to put shadow on it just to make it have a feel of a 3D kind of. Then select the next text. That's if you want this type of design. Select the next text, go to shadow, put the shadow you want. For me, I'm going to do a yellow and black shadow. So yellow for the text, then the shadow I'm going to choose black. Then make sure the text has filled or is filled to the whole video. Then you choose the keyframe. Now for the keyframe, look at how I move the frame, then I move the text. So if I move the frame, then I move the text. That way the keyframes are automatically inserted. Okay, I don't have to keep pressing on the keyframe, it's just automatically inserted. So next I would need you to go back and duplicate the first video, not the test. Duplicate your video right now. So once you hit on duplicate, next you click on, or you click on overlay, so that the video would come down under the first video. Okay, so now it's on overlay. I would like you to go back, click on that overlay, then look for remove background, auto remove the background itself. Once the background is being removed, you notice there is still not a big change, but the next thing you need to do is to go to layer. Now move that picture that you took out the background to the front. That is how you would know. So the text is behind you now. This is how you create a moving text behind your back. I hope it's easy for you. Now let's go into the second one.
Here is how to have a scrolling text on your video.
To get a scrolling text on your video, make sure you go to Capcut, open Capcut, select the video you want. Of course, once you select the video you want, then you head then bring you to this interface. Now click on test. Do not forget to delete the Capcut at the end. Then you click on test. Type in the text you want to scroll. Okay, remember this is just a sample, because at the end of the day you might want to do something else. You might want it to go up or down. So what I'm going to do in this case is just to make it go, let's use scrolling. What I want it to do in this case is for it to go from left to right. So you might want to do up or down, but it's just the same method. So after you've typed in your text, go to fonts, change your font, resize your font if need be. If you do not need to, then you leave it. Select your font you want. For me, I would want to use this kind of font because I have an idea of what I want. So if you have an idea of what you want, go ahead. If you don't want to put background, there is no problem, but for me, I would like to put background. And why I'm reducing the corner and the height is because I want the background to be at the same almost the same size as my text. So at this moment, I think I should still reduce the text because it's a bit big. So I'm just going to reduce it a bit. I'm going to resize it. So this is okay for me. Now remember, this is just my choice. You can always play around your text, find out what text you want, and go ahead and do whatever you want. If you need to bold in it, you just go to bold italics by scrolling. Make sure you are on styles, then you scroll through styles, and then you see bold italics or underline, anyone that works for you. You go ahead. Oh dear, I need to redo this now quickly. All right, while I do that, I want you to remember that you must be on styles, because if you're not on style, you will not be able to have this this correct phase, or this particular part that says stroke, globe, background, shadow, curve, spacing. You will not have it. So make sure you are on styles. That's the only way you will have it, so that you can be able to do all your character styling. Okay, now I'm done with this. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to adjust the opacity because I want it a bit. Sorry, I'm still trying out what works for me. Again, play around this because I'm trying to add a shadow because I need it to pop out a little bit. So when you're done with that, remember, just play around the styles, see what works for you. For me, this is what I want, and I think it's okay at the moment. Now adjust your text, make sure that it gets to the beginning of this clip, as I've done in mine. That's if you want it to go from right to left. In other words, if you don't want it, you can do it down to up. Okay, now you add the keyframe. Once you've added the keyframe, all right, you move the frame a little, then you move the text. Remember, move frame a little, then you move the text. Don't forget to adjust your text to the end of the clip. In that way, you just have to be moving it little by little, because if you don't do it little by little, then that means the frames that are being inserted automatically would be very, very large. So you need to move little by little. I don't have a steady hand, or because I'm just trying to teach here, so maybe that's why I'm brushing it or something, but you need to move it little by little. Move the frame, then you move the text. You don't have to keep pressing the keyframe. Just move. You see where my two arrows came up before? Just do that. You move this one, you move that one. That's how the keyframe will insert itself automatically. You don't have to do it by yourself. Now, once you're done doing this, at the end of the day, you would have something similar to what we saw in the beginning of the video.
Here is how to have a scrolling text on your video.
At this point, please consider to subscribe. If you're still with me, kindly subscribe. Thank you. Now the next is that I want us to look at a cinematography kind of test, you know, those intro tests that people do. And if you want to do the dark one or the white one, here is how we do it. Make sure you open up to Capcut, and also make sure you have the video you would want to use as your cinematography intro ready. So once you're on Capcut, you just go to background. I would like you to click on the black frame first. Let's try the black one. Now once you have the black frame, all you need to do is to type a text, whatever text, maybe the name of your YouTube channel. When you type the name of your YouTube channel, for now I'm going to use Capcut as a sample, and then you choose any text you think is what you want. Some people use a handwriting kind of text and it still looks lovely. So but just walk around it, see what works for you. Again, go to styles, resize, for me, I'm going to fit it to the screen. Remember, you are doing what works for you, but if you like this style, then this is how you do it. Resize it, fit it to the screen, go to bold, bolding it, and then add a black stroke around it, because at the end of the day, I'm still going to export this video and then import it back to make to use it for the cinematographic video. Now drag your text to the end of the clip. Do not forget to always remove the Capcut at the end. Then once you're done with that, you go ahead and export that video. Once you've exported that video, still come back, import the same video that you've exported. For me, it's Capcut that was written on mine, so I have imported it back. Now that you've imported yours back, the next thing you need to do is to add overlay. Choose the video you want for the overlay, the video that you want for it to appear. For some people is their face or whatever video you've got. Go ahead and choose it. For me, I'm going to use this rose bush for mine because it looks nice. That's why I want to choose it. So you go ahead and add this as your overlay. Once you've done that, you click on the splits. Now the splits will allow you get that cinematographic feeling to your video. So when you click on split, you click on darken, and immediately it changes to what exactly you want. Now you can play around to increase the opacity or reduce it, increase or reduce, whatever that works for you. Then you go ahead. Now we have that cinematographic feel, intro feel to our test. Okay, now but this is not all, because this looks a bit too plain. So but there is a way we can still do, another way we can still do this is to add the filter, or change the filter to filter. I'm not sure what I just said, but you saw what I did. I had to click on filter. So this is another way you can still do the intro, cinematographic intro test. Now go ahead and click on animations. Now click on out, click on fade out. Now when you click on fade out, increase the fade out time so that you would have something like this. So the name fades out and then you have the video still running in the background. Now can we try this on, you know, the black one? So for us to do that, we'll have to go back, go to library, import, go to background and import a black frame. So once we've imported that to our video, the next thing we now need to do is to just, the overlay, we need to cut it, because we need to put animation to that overlay so it doesn't just, you know, go blank, just appear like that. So we need to put a few to it. Go to animations, remove the filter, keep it on normal. Good. I mean the part that you have cut, now you need to remove the filter, put it on normal, then go to animations and put fade out. So that's how you're going to get this video to look like this. Increase the fade out to your desire so you have something like this. Okay, now we have the video just like we proposed. You've done this, you see how easy it is. Now the next is for us to do a review test. For us to do this review test is easy. All you need to do, again, go into Capcut. Once you get to Capcut, you know you've already made a video of yourself walking by or somebody walking by or something. Now import that video. Once you've imported that video, some people use it for their products, you know, for their dresses. So in this case, let's say you're a fashion designer and the dress is called maybe red or something. Just put the name of the dress there. But for me, since I'm no fashion designer, I'm just going to open my test and type mom, because that's what I am. I'm not a model. Then again, I'm going to adjust the test to what I like. So playing around my test, this part by now, it should be easy for you to be able to play around your test using fonts and styles, just fonts and styles to do that. Now remember to expand or to move your text to the end of the clip, always don't forget to delete the Capcut stuff. Once you remove the Capcut outro, then we begin. All we need to do right now that we've done this, we will export this video. So as we've exported this video, we need to go back to our Capcut. Now we need to add another video. Now that video that you've exported is what you're going to add. Now delete the mom test. Okay, then go to overlay. The first video becomes an overlay now. Okay, are we still there? Now once you have it, you have something like this. Remember the other video that you pointed is mom, and nothing is being shown now except your first video that has no text on it. Once you've done that, I need you to go on mask. Now if you click on mask again if you're using mobile, because you see where it's written adjust. So click on it again. Now click on rotate, move it to 90 degree, not minus 90. It must show you 90 degree. Once it's 90 degree, okay, once it's 90 degree, that means it has aligned. Now drag the line to cover the word that you've typed to the place where you're going to walk out from. Let the line be behind your back, and once you've done that, then you add a keyframe. Now move, remember how we add our keyframes? In this case, drag the video. Once you drag, you now move the masking line. It will automatically add the keyframe for you. Does that make sense? So again, just keep moving it gently and slowly, and make sure you keep it behind you. Make sure you keep the line behind your back. In any way you try to do it and it goes, I mean, maybe you click on something else and the whole masking goes off, just go back and click on it again. It will still come back to the actual masking that you were doing before. Remember, keep it behind your back. Take your time and do these beats, because you don't have to rush it. If you rush it, you're gonna mess it up. So take your time and move the video. Okay, once you move the video, then you move the masking line. Move the video, move the masking line. Move your video, move the masking line. Move video, move masking line. Move video, move the masking line, and then that's it. Now let's see what it looks like. At the end of the day, you have something like this. If this was helpful for you, please consider to subscribe to Jenny Savvy. See you in my next video.